Hello everyone, welcome to my channel C.S.E-Pathshala. We were studying about machine learning using Python 3, and in this tutorial we will study about random numbers in NumPy. So what do I mean by a random number? See, a random number doesn't mean that we just produce a different number every time. Okay, it has some different meaning, which means that something which cannot be predicted logically. Now, if we say that we are producing different numbers and we are doing some programming on the behalf of that, it has been produced as an output. So yes, that's okay. But in a programming, there are certain logics. Okay, so we are much more concerned about the logics on the behalf of that this number is produced or these numbers are produced. So there are two types of random numbers, that means pseudo random number and true random numbers. So as I have already told that computer works upon programs, and program is a set of instructions, and these instructions run on a machine. So obviously a program is written on the basis of certain algorithm. So if we talk about that we need to generate a random number, there might be some algorithm behind that. Okay, so if a program is there to generate a random number, obviously there is a prediction, because algorithm is a number of steps, or we just write a sequence of steps in order to solve a particular problem. So if a random number is predicted, then why should we say it as a random? It will not remain a random number now. Okay, so obviously random numbers are generated through certainly a generator algorithm, which is called as a pseudo random. So can we make truly random numbers? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Now, in order to generate truly random numbers on our computers, we need to get some random data, and these random data can be collected from the outer sources. And these sources are, for example, keystrokes, our mouse movements, data on a network, and there are a lot of various other sources also. And we do not need truly random numbers unless it's related to security. Okay, what's the reason why we are gathering or collecting the random numbers? Obviously, we are somehow what concerned towards the security. That means no one can predict what could be the next outcome is. So the main purpose of using random numbers is basically for the security. And obviously there are some other applications also which include the randomness. For example, digital roulette wheels. So now if you focus upon how to generate random numbers in NumPy, here we have been given a random module in NumPy which works with random numbers. Okay, so let's consider an example first. This is how we will understand how to write a program for random numbers. So we need to generate a random number or a random integer from 0 to 100. So let's consider a code here and implement it on Jupyter Notebook. Alright, so import NumPy as NP. From NumPy import random. So this line is very much important. We are importing a module from NumPy package. Okay, and then what's next? We have written x equal to random dot rand at 100. That means from how much? From 0 to 100. We want to pick any integer, any random integer. Okay, so in order to do that, there is a method or a function called as randint, and we are giving 100 here, which means that from 0 to 100 it will give you a result, and then we are printing it. So let's save this code, run this code. So here it is, the result is 21. Okay, now again what we do here is, let's save this code again, run this thing. Now we got 0. Okay, again let's save this code, run this code, we got 97. Yes, what is this? Random numbers. Alright, now if you want to generate floating point numbers, for example, a random module rand method returns a random float between 0 and 1. Okay, so let's use this module with an example, generate a random float from 0 to 1. So let's consider a code again and implement it here. Alright, so import NumPy as NP. From NumPy import random, x equal to random dot rand. Okay, and then we're just printing a number between 0 to 1. Okay, any number, whatever it may be. Let's save this code, run this code. So it's somehow what, 0.14. Okay, now again save this thing. Here it is now, 0.0266. So every time we just save and run the code, we got some different result. Alright, now if you want to generate a random array, how this can be possible? In NumPy we work with the arrays obviously, and we can use the two methods for generating the arrays as we've used in the above examples also. These are, first one is the integer, that we used randint method, which takes a size as a parameter, where we can specify the shape of an array also. Okay, so in the previous examples we just seen how to generate integer random number, or how to generate a floating random number between 0 to 1. Now if you want to generate an array, you have to create an array with the help of random numbers. So we can use randint method also here also. And there is one more thing, we need to use a size as a parameter. So how can we do this? Let's consider a code. So here it is. Import numpy as np from numpy import random, x equal to random dot randit 100. Okay, that means from 0 to 100 we need to pick a random number, and the size here given is 5. This means that we need to create a 1D array, okay, of size 5, or 5 random numbers between 0 to 100. Then we are printing it. Okay, so let's save this code, run this code. So here it is. So these are the 5 random numbers between 0 to 100, and we have printed like this. Okay, so again let's save this thing, run this thing again. So we got a different result. Okay, so obviously as we have seen that in this example the result is a 1D array. Now if you want to generate a 2D array with the 3 rows, and each row contains 5 random integers from 0 to 100, so how to do this thing? So let's consider a code again. Okay, so here it is. Now import numpy as np from numpy import random, x equal to random dot randint 100, okay, comma size 3 comma 5. This means that we need to create 3 rows, and each row must consist of 5 elements from the random numbers. Okay, so let's save this code, run this code. So here it is. Here are the 3 rows, and obviously it's a 2D array, okay, and every row consists of 5 different random numbers. Okay, so every time you just save this thing, run this thing, every time you get some different result. Alright, now similarly as we did for the integers, we can did for the floats also. How we can do this? Like with the rand function, it also allows you to specify the shape, okay, as we did in random int. Okay, so let's consider a code, and then we will check how it works. So here it is. Okay, so import numpy as np from numpy import random, x equal to random dot rand 5. Okay, and in previous example which we did for this, we haven't used any parameter in a rand method or function, and it has given a single result, okay, between 0 to 1, a decimal value. Now we have used a parameter 5 here, okay, and we are expecting something different. What it is? Save this code, run this code. So here it is. We got a 1D array of 5 elements, and every element is between 0 to 1. Okay, here it is. And now if we just save this code again, run this code, okay, we get another set of elements. Alright, so this is how it works. And if you want to generate a 2D array with the 3 rows and 5 random numbers, so again let's consider a code. And here it is. Import numpy as np from numpy import random, x equal to random dot rand 35, as we did for the randint. Similarly here also, again with these 3 we can generate 3 rows and with this 5 we can generate 5 different random numbers in each row. Okay, so let's save this code again, run this code. So here it is. Here is the output with the same meaning, okay, as I told above. So let's save this code again and run this code. We every time if we just save and run, we get a different set of output. This is the uniqueness of random module, random numbers, or it's just a property. Okay, now if you want to generate random numbers from array, that means we have been given an array and we need to generate a random number from it, from a given array. Okay, so there is a method called as choice. So the choice allows to generate a random value based upon an array, and the choice method takes an array as a parameter and randomly returns one of the values which is present in the array. Okay, so how it works, let's consider an example. Return one of the value in an array. Okay, so let's consider this code and implement it here. Alright, import NumPy as NP. From NumPy import random and x equal to random dot choice, and here we are giving a 1D array. Okay, and out of these 4 elements, we just want to print any of the elements. Okay, so let's save this code, run this code. So here it is. We got the first element is 3. Okay, again just save this thing, run this thing. Again we got 3. Okay, again just save and run. Now this time we got 5. Okay, so this is how we use a choice method. Now the choice method also allows to return an array of values, not only a single value. It can also allow to return arrays of values, and it can be done with the help of a size parameter to specify the shape of an array. Okay, so let's consider an example based on this also. We need to generate a 2D array that consists of the values in the array parameter like this. Okay, so these are the values which are present in an array, and we want to return a 2D array out of it. Okay, so how we just perform this thing, let's consider a code again. Alright, so here it is. Import NumPy as NP, from NumPy import random, x equal to random dot choice, and here is your given 1D array, and from this 1D array I need to create a 2D array. Okay, and we are using choice here, so our task is to create a 2D array. And just pick any of the number from these elements. Okay, and it should be of 5. That means we are creating 3 rows, 5 element in each row. Okay, and those elements will be only from these elements. Okay, or from this 1D array. So let's save this code, run this code. So here it is. Obviously we got the expected output. So here it is. And now again, if we just save this code and run this code, now the output has changed. So every time if we just perform this activity, we get a different output, and this is the property of random or the randomness. That's all for this lecture. We will come up with more exciting lectures. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to my channel.